Yo, what is going on, lads and chaps? So, as if I didn't have a million things I'm already doing, I decided let's make it 1,000,001. So, welcome to this little series. I'm starting this little project called Gamejam Ion. It stands for I made a game in a month. It's out now. And the project title suggests exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to make a game in a month, 30 days. Make a game, and then at the end of 30 days, day 31, release it, put it out. The idea is literally as simple as that. And the coolest part for you is that throughout the 30 days, I'm going to be documenting as much as possible here on this channel. I don't think I'll be documenting like during the development, at least not too much. Just because I want to devote as much time as possible to actually developing the thing. But if I do get to day 30, then obviously I'll make a full video and put it up on my main channel. I don't know about your thoughts on this, but I'm pretty excited about the idea of a Gamejam Ion. But I want to get into a bit of my inspiration for this. So long story short, the past like 3 or 4 game jams, I missed them due to the fact that I was busy during the time they're happening. And I miss game jams, man. I haven't done them in a while, and I really enjoy, having a time constraint and having to figure out like your idea and your components and putting those components together to, make a complete game in a couple of days. I really like that constraint. But I wasn't free, I didn't have the time, and I have time now, but there are no game jams. So it's like, I can just make my own game jam, which is what a Gamejam Ion is. Now, a Gamejam Ion is 30 days because I was thinking about it and I was like, well, with 48 hours, I can probably make like a really simple, really simple mobile game. I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do a week, which like fits perfectly into my YouTube upload schedule and whatnot. And I was like, but then I'll be able to make like a bit more advanced mobile game, when the type of game that I really want to make is like a Super Nintendo or like Nintendo 64 era type of game. So that's when I thought 30 days was like perfect. But I wrote up a manifesto in which I'm just gonna like go over the highlights real quick so you kind of get a better idea on my inspiration for this. So the Gamejam Ion, the rise of game jams, in my lowly opinion, is one of the best things that has happened to game development. It allows you to do rapid prototyping, learn in the process, and in some cases you can even work with other talented people. But I'm skeptical that 48 or even 78 or 72 hours rather is an optimum time to explore a scalable game idea, which is something that I'm really attached to. And again, I'm just skimming through this. I'm making this public. You can read the entire thing if that's your thing. Exploring scalable game ideas over exploring mechanics is key for a few different reasons. The first reason is because game jams arguably aren't directly set up to like give you experience in creating scalable games. And again, I have this link, you can read how I define all that. 2, it's easier to build a game off of an idea than it is to build off of a mechanic. And 3, most importantly, it will allow you to be more productive with your time, which is why I believe that finding this optimum is really important, because game development is high risk. I believe that it's a lot more healthier for developers to think smaller games and complete games, because you can comfortably put a finished game into someone's hands and that has the core mechanics of what scalable idea you have in mind and get reliable feedback. But that is why I believe that 30 days is the perfect timeline. Going from 2 days to 30 days gives you enough time to play, test, make changes, add sound and music at 25 to 30% of your time budget, with great planning, of course, leaving around 70% to really define your engine and mechanics. Ultimately, not all of us have the opportunity or experience to get funding for a 2 to 4 year production cycle on some game, and I think that there is no motivator like seeing the end of the tunnel. So that's just like a quick skim through on the manifesto, on kind of like my idea, my thought process for Gamejam Ion. And I wrote down some rules. The only one that's really important is that like the time, it's understandable that like no one has 30 days to just drop and do like a game jam consecutively. So one of the rules is that the time doesn't have to be served consecutively. You can do it a couple of days a week, whatever the case may be, but you do have to record your time on how your time is spent That it helps like make sure you're not cheating, and it also helps, you know, other developers. They can check out your Gamejam and learn from the process, hopefully. But yeah, that's a quick run through. This is public. You can read everything that's there. And that is what we're about to start with this series. The game that I want to put into development, it's actually a game that I featured on, I think, my last video, the prototypes video, the Monster City Rampage. Funny enough, someone posted a comment like, you should finish this game. I'd love to play it. And then I was like, how could I finish this game? Because the idea I had in my head was really big. And then anyways, a Gamejam came about. So that's what we're going to do. So the next video in this series will be starting that. I don't know. I don't really have a vision for this devlog, but I'll see you on the next video.